Welcome to PERNIK, Europe's most polluted town. The coal-fired power station dominates. It's owned by one of Bulgaria's richest men. PERNIK sits in a valley. On a still winter's day, the smoke haze sits over the town. It reveals its true colour when you wipe it off. This stuff has consequences. GALINA lives here with her family. They all have lung or chest problems. Like others here, she assumes life will be short.
In every family I know, I really can count on the fingers on one hand people that can say I'm big and strong, and they are usually young people. The truth is that the people here are ill and die early.
People who complain about the dust that blows off the slag heaps or the open-cast mines which scar the land say officialdom doesn't want to know. They're told over and over that there is no problem, so they've begun their own tests to try to prove they're being poisoned.
People don't trust the authorities. This is definitely the case in Bulgaria, and we've seen so many times that basically the authorities are providing a reply to the civil demand for information, like, sorry, you don't have the knowledge to interpret the data that we would give you.
The mine owners store the coal in underground bunkers. Elka owns this house above one. It's begun to sink into the ground. She was refused compensation by the local authority and the mine owners. So in the last 2 months this has sunk even more?
Yes.
This is you haven't been here?
2 months. Be careful when you come in, because...
I mean the whole house could just collapse into the ground, couldn't it? On every level it appears coal is harming the town. Campaigners say it's a metaphor for a much wider problem. As a political bloc, the European Union is trying to show its unity and commitment to tackling climate change and defending the Paris Accords, particularly given the hostility of Donald Trump. You do wonder, therefore, how helpful it is to the EU that the current president is Bulgaria, a country which has indicated that it wants to continue to use coal as its primary power source into the indefinite future. The Environment Minister, who refused to speak to us, is a known admirer of Trump and a climate change denier. Other voices in government happily defend Bulgaria's love of coal.
There shouldn't be any rush to implement restrictions on coal, otherwise we will risk the energy balance of Europe. It should be discussed at the highest levels of the European Council, and countries should decide for themselves what they want to do.
To make things worse for the European Union, Bulgaria has said it will support Poland in trying to water down existing EU rules on toxic emissions. Perhaps the biggest irony is that this country enjoys more than 300 days of sunshine a year. It could heat every home with a solar panel, but instead is going the other way entirely. Laurence, Al Jazeera, PERNIK, Bulgaria.